Okay, guys. Alright, I just dusted. This is a ashtray, one of those stand-up ashtrays. And I dusted it with gold and copper, like I did the pot leaf ashtray. Same colors. And it takes 4.5 ounces. So I mixed up 4.5 ounces. I put 2 drops of the Resin Ocean White pigment paste, and I'm gonna put in a couple of drops of this resin pigment by, I cannot pronounce that, Yarmite, YRYMHT. I don't have my glasses on, my eyes are bad. Alright, I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of that in, and I'll mix it up for a few minutes and I'll be back. Okay, so I wanted to say I dusted the insides with the small tongue mica powder, light gold, and ancient copper. I can't remember if I seen anybody else, I don't know why I did that, anybody else use the heat gun while it's still in the measuring cup, but I do it quite often because I have so many problems with bubbles. But I mix this very slow tonight, even though I'm in a little bit of a hurry because I'm trying to get to bed earlier these days. It's the day after Christmas, and I managed to make it through the day yesterday without crying. Hang on, let me hit this. But anyways, I managed to make it through Christmas Day without crying, but I had some struggles today, so I just want to go to bed. I'm tired of being up 4 in the morning, and it is almost 2 right now. So I'm gonna do this the same way I did the pot leaf ashtray. I'm just gonna let it run. It's hard to tell because the sides are colored. Alright, now I know that's enough to cover the bottom. Alright. Go ever so slightly. Let it fill all the way around on its own. And even though I've got the mica powder in there, I'm still just gonna give it an ever so slight little squish. Just a little baby squish, so to speak, because this is baby's corner, and I can do whatever I want in my corner. I'm super excited. I have yet to announce it on my video, on any of my videos, but welcome to Baby's Corner. This is my corner. And yes, I know the drill, Baby's Corner, blah blah blah. I've heard it my whole life. But in my corner, we have fun. Alright, try to make sure I get this in the cigarette holders and get all the bubbles out of there. Make sure the cigarette holders are full. Yep, I am not going to have any left over. Oh, I'm so tired. It's crazy, boy. This past couple years since Mike passed, I'm so tired so early. In the summer, I used to stay up so late. He used to get so mad at me because he had to be at work in the morning. If he had his way, we was in bed at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. and up at 4 a.m. And I was like, dude, I ain't doing that. Not when I'm out in the sun all day. I ain't doing that. But, anyhow, then he goes and passes away, and here I am now, going to bed as early as I can get there. And I'm up way earlier than I've ever been in my life. My goodness, I'm not going to have enough to even fill these. I am real happy about the bubbles, though. I haven't seen a bad bubble come out yet. Oh, good grief, I am heavy-handed tonight. Oops. I must have moved the camera and forgot. I hear my kitty throwing things around in the kitchen. A kitty can be a psycho sometimes. At night, he is insane. He gets in my bed when I'm getting ready for bed, and he bites my arms. And every night, I'm scared he's gonna bite my stump. Afraid he's gonna grab one of them. All right, I am not gonna have enough. Oh, this is bad news. So close. I don't know if I should just mix up another ounce real quick, or if I should just wait and do it tomorrow. I'm off center here. Jesus. This is just unreal. First I spill it all over the cup. The ashtray, make a mess everywhere. Then I don't have enough. Then I drop the cup upside down. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow. Alright. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna mix up some more very fast. Okay, I'm back. I had to mix some more. I hit this with the heat. And it's gonna need a few more minutes. Alright, actually I'm not gonna give it a few more minutes. It's just getting too late tonight. Oh, I knew it. Some reason it's not near as opaque as it was earlier. That's weird. But you're not gonna see this anyway because the copper and bronze. Or gold and copper, I mean. But anyway, I was saying, every night when I do my pores, my nose gets all stuffed up. And I'm fine until I spray with alcohol. Oh, 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 too much, too much. Ah! Oh, no, my board is off center, I forgot. Good grief. Notebook. I forgot my board. When I set it on this table, it's off kilter. But it's fine as soon as I get it in the other room to dry for the night. Okay. I'm kind of stirring this around because you can really see the opaque and the white, but like I said, these are innards that nobody's gonna see. Alright. I doubt if I'm even gonna get anybody to like or watch my videos, but I have no life, as I've said a million times. So I'm doing this. And I'm really bad at asking for help. I mean, like, last winter I went all the way until mid-December, January, something like that, without heat. And it was terrible. It was 40 degrees in here, 41 degrees at one point. And, because I just wouldn't, I tried and tried to get help, and then I just wouldn't. Everybody kept saying, set up a GoFundMe, and I just wouldn't do that. I felt so weird asking people like that. And then I finally broke down and decided to do it, and I didn't know how to do it. So, I'm in a situation again where I fixed everything around the house that it possibly could, but now my roof is leaking from a tree that's pressed up against the back of my house. And it's leaking straight through the center of my house. So, I have a problem. And I have tried everything to get help through the state, through the city, the county. So, I am doing this to raise money to fix my roof so that I don't have a leak through the center of my house anymore, and so I can get property insurance, because I have no property insurance. I can't get property insurance because of a roofy leak. A leaky roof. So, alright, that's it. That is ready to bubble over. That is to the top. And the big one is to the top. That's it. I don't know how I'm going to walk this to the bathroom to dry because it's full. And I know the average any day person with 2 legs could do it easily. But I'm on prosthetics And right now, my prosthetic guy is failing me big time. Cause now one is longer than the other, shorter than the other. So I limp really bad. So now I have to try and limp this to the bathroom. But that being said, I'm all done. And we will demold in the morning. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Okay guys, anything look funny? Yeah, remember I topped it off last night? Well, I get up this morning, well, at noon. I can't believe I slept that late. I was so tired doing this last night. I put my pajamas on backwards and I didn't even know it. I woke up this morning, my shirt's on backwards. I'm like, I don't even remember falling asleep. I was exhausted doing this. And it shows in my work. Because let me bring you down. You see that cup and that mess? Yeah, that's resin with mica powder. And as you see, my molds are not full, but they were full when I went to bed. That being said, I wake up this morning, I go to grab this off the mat and check out the hardness, and it spills all over my hand, and I'm like, why is this running out of the cup? What the heck is going on? And apparently, the only thing I could think of, because last night when I was mixing that last little bit to fill them up, I was so tired, I couldn't remember if I put A in the cup or if I put B in the cup. And I just grabbed one and went for it. And it turned out I had put all resin in one cup and no hardener and poured it on there. So yes, disaster struck. So all of that additional resin I put in did not harden, of course. So, you know me. I'm not cheap, I'm broke, and I'm very frugal, especially doing crafts. I will find a way to get it to work without scrapping everything. And so I scraped out any and all of the loose liquid, all the resin I could get out, and they didn't even harden much at all. This is very squishy, but they did harden enough for me to get as much of the pure liquid out that I could. And I can see it starting to shine and maybe puddle a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it again. And I'm wiping it with a paintbrush that I left resin on a while back, so it's semi-hardened. And I'm just going all the way around the edges and getting as much possibly that I can. Even on the crystal knob thingy, I went and scraped all the way around, and then I set them all on their sides, even upside down, to let liquid run out. But I'm worried about leaving them upside down too long and having what already has hardened slip up. And I know that's like really not going to happen, but the way this is going and the last 2 days have been going, I wouldn't put it past me to do that too, screw that up too. So that being said, and I was upset and grabbed it and just started dumping it into the garbage can before I realized I need to carefully get it all out. So this is not all the resin in that cup. It was at least how much, 60 mils, something like that, and that's a lot of resin for me to throw away. I was going to really be frugal and scrape it all out, add the hardener to it, because it's even pure liquidy. It hasn't started to set. Look at that. See it tipping over? It hasn't started to set at all. And I thought resin sets. No, that's right, because there's no hardener in it. Duh. So I was going to take this and just add hardener to it and try to save this little bit. And I thought, yeah, right. And then you pour it in there and then screw that up and pull that back out. So I don't know what to do. I hate to throw this away. This is like an ounce. I don't know. So that's, and I'm not being stingy or nothing. It's really, really hard for me to get resin. And I'm hoping and praying I get monetized quickly, and like that, and any money I make is gonna go into fixing my roof, getting property insurance, and buying supplies. All I want to do is craft. I wake up in the morning, first thing I think of, what can I do right now? I want to do something right now. I go to bed at night thinking, what am I going to do in the morning? What do I want to make tomorrow? And, that's all I ever think about. And, anybody else who may be ill, maybe can't get out and do things, can't drive anymore, or, a shut-in, like myself, it's awesome to be able to have an outlet, and crafting is my outlet. But anyways, so those of you that are screaming, oh my God, what is she doing? She really screwed it up. She shouldn't scrape that out of there, blah, 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 blah. Yep, I know. I am new to this still. I am trying to figure things out on my own, and we'll figure it out together. Let's see if I can salvage this. I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. I may have completely screwed this up, but I am adding the new resin. And I forgot, this hole is supposed to go all the way through the top of the ashtray. So, last night I covered it completely over, but it's not supposed to be. Alright, let's watch and see how that settles in. I want to go to one side and let it creep over so that I don't get bubbles. This, for some reason, I must have mixed it fast because it was just loaded with bubbles. So I had to keep hitting it with the heat gun and waiting for them bubbles to come up. And I am concerned that it's going to just run right down into the mold and leave big streaks and stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully, because the rest of the epoxy was still forming, hopefully it stayed tight to the mold and I won't have any breakthrough run over. And I'm going to have to find something I can pour the rest of this into, because I only made 40 mils and it's way too much. Yeah, I gotta find something quickly that I can pour. Yeah, see, and that's just doing these two, not even the crystal ball. The crystal ball, I put the old resin in, and I'm gonna just wait and see if it hardens, and see if I did mess up last night. But, so, yeah, it had to have been starting to harden, because I only got, like I said, maybe 20 mils, and that's with that crystal ball, and I still got 20 mils in my cup. So I literally took out 20 and put 20 back in. So we'll see. It's confusing, it's hard to explain, but alright, I don't see any loose. I don't feel anything loose, so fingers crossed. We'll see, guys, and I'm gonna leave this cup of the old stuff on the table and watch and see if it hardens. Or I mean on the mat. And put another drip in there. Because this is an ashtray, I want to make sure it's good and thick on the bottom. Oh, it took a lot more there. I gotta stop before I overfill it. Alright, so this is filled as far as it needs to be. And this bottom part is filled to the brim. Alright. Yeah, so I got like 18 mils left. So, I'll find something to pour that into quickly here. I'll be back, guys. Okay, very quickly, since I have some resin left, I tried out my new markers and I painted up painted up my hibiscus. I just saw a spot I missed. It is a little, these don't go on quite as thick as the chromatic markers. This actually feels more like a marker, not a paint. Alright, so here we go. I forgot to pour one side and let it settle in by itself. Trying to hurry. I do have I have more resin sitting off to the side because when I was measuring the fix-it resin to redo the ashtray, I started pouring too much and I couldn't remember how much and what I put in what cup, the hardener or the resin. And yes, I'm having some memory problems, and I'm told it's a side effect from a medication that they have me on. So I ended up, when I was mixing this resin up to finish off the ashtray again, I put too much hardener, then I added more hardener, and then I had too much, so I had to add more resin, and I ended up with extra in my little cups there, and I've got them covered so I don't get nothing on them. And I'm going to mix those together and pour them into something. And the reason I haven't done it yet is, or the reason I didn't just pour it back into the bottle is because I don't remember which is resin, which is hardener, and that's what got me into the mess in the first place. Alright, I know my table is off balance, so I got to go get my sticks to raise it up. Alright, I'll be back, guys. Alright, okay, well, I'm gonna set this aside and get it cooking. I'll find something to pour this last 5 mils in. This is ridiculous. But, yeah, okay, so that's that, and I will see you guys, and I'm gonna wait till this hardens up a little bit more, too, and I'm gonna add more so I can cover that hole. And I got a bubble there, I got a pop, but I will be back, guys. Okay, guys, just a quick shot. I just wanted to show you I was right. So I never did add the hardener. I already dumped out a bunch, but as you see, this is still puddled. So I did actually forget the hardener last night. So this is what I poured earlier. Remember, I just wanted to see if it hardened throughout the day, if temperature had anything to do with the problem, and it was not temperature. It was definitely, I didn't add hardener. I was so tired. And this is all nice and rock hard at the top. The bottom is still jelly. I don't know what's happening. Nice and rock hard at the top and really mushy at the bottom. All of my pores are coming out fine, but just wanted to show you guys that. Okay, guys, time to demold. But this seems to have hardened. Finally, it's been actually 2 days, and this is still a little flexible, so I don't know what's going on. See, I've never backed anything with black except that one coaster. I don't really like how it looks. It's kind of a brownish pink weird. I don't like it. I don't know how it's gonna turn out on the other stuff. Gotta be real careful with this seahorse because his little tentacles, his little horn or whatever you call it, and then his tail. Yeah, see, I don't like backing them with black. It is kind of, well, I guess, yeah, it is pretty, on camera, totally different look. A totally different look. In person, it's brown with a little silver shimmer kind of thing. On camera, big time green. That's weird. That's really weird. Okay. There's a lot of overspill on these. Oh, that's pretty. I gotta trim all that overspill off. But that's really pretty. I used to be a fanatic for hermit crabs, and this reminds me of my hermit crabs. Okay, well, this one just popped right up. Huh. Oh, that's in the mold, okay. That's kind of a weird color. It's like a mustard gold color. And these little bumps, I thought they were mess-ups, but they're in the mold. I guess they're little crustaceans. But it's really strange when you back it with black, what it does. Because I've used that color before, and it's a pretty color, but the black has turned it a mustardy color. I never noticed that this had a smiley face in it. It's kind of goofy. It's such an ugly color. It really is an ugly color. And you see on here that it's a real pretty yellow goldish color. But when you back it with black, you get a completely different look. And now this I've been excited about because I used my new acrylic markers, that 48 piece, I think it's 48. So I have no idea how the center stuff is gonna look. Ah, look at that. Wow. Look, oh, there's an air bubble. Yep. Look at that. Very bright pastels. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Very bright pastels, and this is coming off as super bright, but it's very soft looking. And it's so funny, it actually looks like it's got pollen on it. It's soft and fluffy looking. But I love that color. It's also looking paler green on the camera, like a aqua almost, but it's not. It's a vibrant green. It's really, really pretty. And I love that white, doing these hibiscuses with that white. Man, it just, everything about this just looks soft and feminine. I didn't feel good today. Late yesterday and then all day today I haven't been feeling good, so. Alright, let's see how this works out. I'm very nervous because of all the cleaning I had to do. I know I brushed off a lot of the mica powder. And I'm worried about whether it even hardened. Oh, it's super tacky. Yep. And that's where I had to pour in the new without messing it up completely. Ah, I'll be dang. Come on, I'm worried about bending it out of shape. Oh, yep. Yep, I see. Oh, no, that's overspill. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's right. No, I left a lot of the mica powder clear. That's right, I forgot. So that the white would show through to match my table. Alright. Any ideas on what I can do about this sticky base? A little overspill there. And even for being a little malleable, it didn't lose its shape. It's still perfectly round. I'll leave it like that for the night. See if it hardens up. I mean, it's hard, but it's just tacky, so we'll see. Now this one, I am worried about, because this is going to be really hard to maneuver. Wow, it's not as tacky as the other one, so I must have really cleaned this one good. Oh, come on. I really don't want to use alcohol. Oh, I do not want to use alcohol, as it leaves the oil slick, takes the shine off. And this is very shiny, as you can see. This lip is going to be impossible to get over, though. Okay, boy, that was just unreal. And the bottom stuck inside so badly. I had to mangle this thing just to get it to come out. And I ended up having to use alcohol anyway. But I don't know what happened here. I have no idea what. Just not what I wanted. It looks absolutely terrible. I gotta stop rushing with my ideas. I'm gonna slow my pace down a little bit and start thinking about things. Like, I got all these ideas in my head, but most of them are for techniques I don't know yet. And it's gonna take time to get good at. And then there's things like this that I don't really know how you would decorate, because you can't get it down in the mold, because the centerpiece, oh my goodness, look at this. It's so bad. I mean, it's absolutely, this is the worst mold I've ever had to work with. This is terrible. I can't even pull it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Right back up where it was at. Kitty, what are you dragging the dog's bed away for? The doggies are going night-night and you're dragging her bed around. Take it back, Fifi. Alright, you don't want to watch me fight with this all night. Oh, maybe I got it. No. Worst mold ever. I mean, my hands hurt, my shoulders hurt. Worst of all, pulling the base of it out, my neck pinched and it hurts like crazy now. I can't believe how much of this gold dust I got all over me, though. That's really strange. It wasn't all over the mold, so it is literally coming off of the ashtray. Look at that. It is coming right off the base. How is that possible? My hand is just covered in gold. But anyway, So there's the finished product. And the lid does not fit very well at all. But the lid is not too shabby. I thought the lid would be the worst of the two. But the lid is not too shabby, but the base is just terrible. It just looks terrible. And they're both still tacky and sticky, so I'm going to leave them overnight. I'm going to scrub up and clean up these molds and go to bed. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, I forgot to spill some tea while I was doing my demolding. But I'll spill some tomorrow's video. Okay. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you tomorrow. Bye.